Have you ever thought of a raiding party of Sohagin, or stared down the vertical eyes of an obelisk? If not, then likely you have never met the mighty Tritons, the proud protectors of the deepest sea of Domaris. My tribe, the Nalos, were the first of their kind to leave the elemental plane of water to fight against the aquatic monstrosities here on the prime material plane. My name is Proximus Midnight, Knight of the Mid-Seas. The Midnight Order are sworn defenders of the oceans, protecting the surface from what lies beneath. Recently, I have been chosen by my kingdom to become the 56th Royal Arbiter of Ula Saltsmile, the great Queen Mother of the Nalos. This is the highest honor a knight can achieve. For the glory of the great Queen Mother, for my people, the Nalos, and for the Knights of the Mid-Sea, I fight the greatest evil, smite the wicked, and exterminate my foes. If the enemies of the great Queen Mother wreak ruin on this world, I have no qualms in eradicating them by any means necessary. Secretly, and do not tell anyone, I am very excited to finally be allowed to journey to the surface. I cannot wait for the adventures that await me.
My name is Elios Kaligeros. I am a humble man from humble origins. I asked for nothing, wanted for nothing. Life was simple. Days spent training my body, evenings spent training my mind. Rare excursions off the monastery grounds to help fight against the evils that find their way onto the island. I always had a curious nature. My mentor Sophia encouraged this in me, even when it got me into trouble when I was young. Curiosity is your wick, she would tell me. You must keep it lit, so that your candle may brighten the world around you. And I did so every day, until one day my curiosity got the best of me, and I did a thing I should never have done, read something I should never have read, and learned something I should never have known. For the next week I suffered horrible nightmares, born of the knowledge I now possess. That's when Eula arrived. She named me Doomed, offered me protection, as well as a way to make the nightmares end. How was I to refuse? So it was that I came into her service. I go where she commands, in exchange for protection from the nightmares, all the while looking both ahead and behind me for the thing Krakens fear.
To those of Domaris, the merfolk who live under the waves are just like those who breathe air. Most see them as a sign of good luck and fortune with their beauty and kindness. They are the angels of the seas. But the oceans aren't always so kind. On those perfect nights, when the storms rage against the waves and the world is full of chaos, beings of absolute powers are born. The merfolk call them sirens, and the only difference shown on the surface is their eyes. A siren's eyes churn like the storm-raged waves they're born of. When a siren comes into existence, they are forced to live in exile as the merfolk fear their power. Scarlet Shores grew up not knowing love or family. Her only desire was to be desired. By anyone. It wasn't until being captured and hauled onto the ship where she met Eula Saltsmile, a notorious sea hag, that Scarlet held a place in the world. With the pack sealed, Scarlet soon climbed her way through the ranks, quickly becoming the sea hag's favorite. It was no secret to anyone in the Hags League. Though, Scarlet keeps plenty of secrets and will often trade for them. So, tread carefully and always keep your eyes on me. If you don't, I may very well take them. Talk back, and your tongue will be mine too.
Oh hey there, it's me, Winnie. Nobody calls me Benora except me mums, and if you were one of them, I wouldn't need to introduce myself. Well, and Eula does, I guess. And sometimes, you know what? You can call me whichever. They're both me. I'm just waiting here for the tides to shift and my next adventure to begin. You could argue life itself is an adventure, and I would say you're right. but also I mean an actual adventure. Mostly I do reclamation, searching the sunken cities for relics and forgotten memories. Some of these I keep, some I give away, some I return to those folk who lost them. Sure, I could tell you what I'm looking for at the moment, but I think I've learned my lesson about that. You'll probably hear about it next time I'm in the fen anyway. Not that it's important, or direct from Eula herself or anything. I didn't say that. The point is, there's a great big ocean full of all sorts of stuff. Some of it has sharp teeth, and worse, maybe, but the good stuff? It's magical, and I wouldn't trade any of it for the safety of the surface. So I'll be back. Hard to say when. You know how the winds are, but you can bet I'll be back.
The waves crash on the beach of an endless sea. You hear a voice you have heard so many times before. The horizon. She calls to you. She sings of endless wonders and innumerable horrors, of hopeful promises and dire warnings. And you feel her song. It was always there. Listen. Do you hear it? The wind is in your favor. The tide is rising. The sea is yours for the taking, and your ship awaits. Fair winds and following seas, brave mariner. May fortune find you when the horizon calls.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Horizon's Call, a homebrew's game set in the world of Domaris. Sorry, I stumbled over that. Before we get started, I do want to let these wonderful people introduce themselves and tell you a little bit more about their characters. You saw their intros, you can see their art next to them, but hey, these people are important too. So let's go ahead and go around. Well, you know what, Eva, I did you dirty last time. You get to go last again. Than, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Dan. Tonight I'm playing Elios Kaligeros. He's a human monk.
Thank you, Than. Mikyl.
Hi, friends. I'm Mikyl. I'll be playing Proximus Midnight, your Oath of Vengeance Paladin.
Thank you, Mikyl. Kaila.
Hi, I'm Kaila. I'll be playing your Siren Warlock, Scarlet Shores.
And last but absolutely not least, Eva.
Is it me? Hi, I am really loud. I'm so sorry. Hi, this is better. I'm Eva. I will be playing Winnie tonight, a sea elf alchemical artificer. Too many A words.
Thank you, Eva. And before we go any further, we have our very first recap. So I think we have something special prepared for that. Eva/Mikyl, if you would like to take it away.
All right. Okay. Brother Corvus, I have finally made it to the Queen Mother. Unfortunately, you are not there to share the celebration. I've arrived in Ula Salt Smiles Island, the Black Fin, last night. The surface life is much different than the deeps. I went to the tavern first, and I met a few characters that you might know from your past. Nesh, the bartender, he seems knowledgeable. Like he knows more than what he says. Speaking of, I met a siren named Scarlet. I am sure you know her. It seems like everyone knows her. I met a sea elf named Winnie, who is full of life and optimism. It is very refreshing to meet someone with a smiling face. Lastly, I met a strange, quiet man named Elios. He wears a mask, so I do not know what he is or who or what he looks like, but he has a fantastic sense of humor. Glory, I met the Queen Mother. She is beautiful, benevolent, and full of grace, just as you told me. She gave us our mission, my first mission. And also your trident. This is something that I feel bittersweet about. Our first mission is to find the red owl and retrieve a chest for her. She told us that we will be joining a ship and sail across the seas. When the Queen Mother dismissed us, she asked Scarlet to stay. And I'm not sure what she said to Scarlet, but she was different, even more dark and quiet. She said that she was having her surface day, which I do not understand. Everyone seemed to be so happy for her, but she was definitely not. I met a new friend, Penny, and she showed me to your quarters. I shared the same room that all of the ancients slept in, including you, my brother. The next morning, I saw Winnie up early. She seemed so social. And Elios, he was running the perimeter of the island. He seems to be in great shape. He was running so fast, his robes were flapping like a cape. I got to see the sunrise for the first time. It was amazing, as you described. I saw the ceiling with the hut of the names of our brothers and sisters in arms, etched my name right beside yours. The four of us met and made it to the ship. It is called the Innocents. It is a large ship with a large crew. I met some beings that I have never seen before. Fur and feathers, just as you said, brother. The Captain Callisto, she is surely undead, and after one conversation, very hostile. I will keep my eye on her. The first mate is a Leonin named Connery. He roars and yells. Not much of a leader, though. The bosun, Sammy, is a large bird-like creature. Truly amazing and so very nice. We met a remarkable animal named the Trisum. Winnie was very interested in this. I met the doctor briefly, as she told us that Elios was in trouble. We rushed down to the second deck, and Elios was trapped with two water beings called water weirds, I suppose. I was able to separate them, and Winnie talked them out of harming anyone. Winnie and I put them into barrels and then sent them into the sea. Connery was not happy about this, but left in a hurry after being scolded by Scarlet. Most of us went our separate ways. I confirmed the suspicions using my powers that Captain Callisto is undead. When I talked to her, she did not respond well. I think I offended her. I left to find my place to sleep, and instead I found this small closet where I used the walls to etch these pictures to remind me of my day. I miss you, brother. I know it is forbidden for me to grieve, but I do. I need your guidance more than ever, but you are gone now. People scoff at our traditions. Maybe they are right. Maybe we are fools.
Thank you, Michael. That was amazing. So, dawn has not yet risen at this point when we come to Winnie. Winnie, as a sea elf, has the particular privilege of transing instead of actually getting a full 8 hours of sleep. She only really needs the 4. So while Scarlet has claimed a room for herself, Elios has taken to sleeping on the only mattress on the floor, and Proximus apparently has found a closet, leaving an entire bunk bed empty. We find Winnie in the hold, in the lowest part of the ship. Where we last saw her, she was infusing her trident with her artificer's magical energy. And Winnie, the ship rocks slightly as you trance for your 4 hours. Again, it's dark down here as it is in the hold typically. And you know that if you were to go to the top deck, it would still be night. But as you come out of your trance, you do hear kind of movement around the hold. It's kind of this wet kind of slapping sound against the wood. Sounds like footsteps.
Outside or inside?
Inside, just further into the hold. It's dark.
Oh, okay.
You have dark vision, so you can see pretty well in here. But amongst all the barrels and everything, you don't see anybody necessarily moving around. Because you're sitting down, you're also at a lower level as well.
I mean, it's a ship. People have, things to do. I don't want to be in the way. So I would like to keep an ear out just to see if anything's coming my way. I would like to kind of tinker with my alchemical supplies and craft some sort of a tasty beverage that I think might help someone, possibly myself, later in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't actually know how long that takes, to be honest. Apparently super fast.
Apparently?
I just touched an empty flask, and there we have it. So then...
Well, there you have it.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna like drink it right now, because that seems ambitious.
Well, you don't even know exactly what it is at this point, do you?
No, it's an experiment.
So you'd better roll a d6 then.
Oh, I better. It is a 3.
Okay.
Although I thought you were going to roll it, so that it was an actual surprise to me later on.
You know what? That actually is a valid point, because you have the exact same chart that I do. That makes a lot more sense. That's a wonderful thought that you just had.
Yep.
So it's not a 3.
Okay. Dope. So I have a 1 in 5 chance of guessing what it is.
You do. Or maybe I'm lying. I don't know. And also, we kind of established that if you wanted to roll an intelligence check, you could potentially determine, based on if you have seen these things in the wild before.
I'm a little curious about it. Just straight intelligence.
It's kind of like cooking, if you make a soup, you know what a soup is, as opposed to
It's 13.
Chili. 13.
Is it jelly or soup? Isn't jelly really kind of a soup?
It's not.
When you think about
It's
it?
not. Nope. I really don't want to. You can't make me.
It's more of a Ragna question, sorry. Is there around me... Okay, I'm going to stash it in my my belt for easy access later. Is there, some rope around me, perhaps lashing something down, or some, like a piece of wood or something?
Those are two very different things. They're absolutely...
I'm looking for both. I'm looking for both. Little,
okay.
bung or, like that size.
Okay. So you're in the hold. So there's not a lot of loose wood. There's crates and barrels, and it's all kind of, a lot of it is tied together by rope. There's not a lot of loose material sitting around. But
no one's gonna miss just a little tiny bit of rope, right? I have a dagger. Don't I have a dagger? I have a dagger. Gotta have a dagger. I have a dagger.
Gotta have a dagger.
Is it possible to not have a dagger in this game?
As far as your intelligence roll, with your elixir, you are pretty sure it is not poison. You are 80% sure it's not poison.
I don't remember poison being an option, so that's cool. Cool. We'll come back to that later.
I mean, you did good. You think you did a really good job, and you're pretty sure it's not poison. You just can't exactly figure out what it is.
Ugh, fine. I will. I'm just going to use one of my flasks. I don't care. I'm going to take the stopper from the flask and then the glass part of the flask. Two completely separate items that are non-magical.
Yes.
And the flask part, I'm going to mess with a little bit. I'm gonna pull I never put it away, let's be honest. My alchemist supplies and my tinker's tools, and I'm going to magically imbue the smell of catnip to the flask.
Okay.
Oh, I really wanted this to be wood. Oh well.
You can literally. I didn't say that it's not around. I just said it wasn't within the vicinity with you were currently sitting in the hold of the ship.
Fine, I will get up and I will look around. I would like something flask-sized, if I can find it, that is like wood or hemp.
Flask-sized, but not a flask and made of wood. Is that what we're
I guess it could
here?
be 2 lengths of rope.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, like that long, if I tied them together.
There is a bundle of rope that you
Perfect.
can see.
Okay, so one is going to smell like catnip, and the other is going to make a little chirping noise, like a little bird. And then I'm going to tie them together so they're one thing.
Okay, you now have a cat toy.
Yeah, I do. Cool. Okay.
Go ahead and roll a perception check since you stood up.
Ugh. Ooh, a nat 20 for 24.
Perfect. You see them before they see you. And when they see you, they start screaming because you are a sea elf who has just stood up in an otherwise quiet hold. But you
Sorry.
see the Lokatha Trosho just,
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Good morning. Hi. I was just sorry.
Both of my hearts almost jumped out of my chest.
Oh no. Oh, I think there's a doctor for that. I'm sorry. And I don't mean
okay.
to be
No, it's
mimicking
fine.
your
It's fine.
accent. It's very nice.
You picked it up a little bit. It's fine. It's contagious, I guess. It's why? Why are you down here?
Out of the way. I'm sorry. I didn't want to be any trouble or in the way or wake anyone, and I don't really sleep a lot or at all. I just sort of like. Anyway, sorry. Hi, I'm Winnie.
Hi, I'm Trosho, and they put out a flippered hand.
Yeah, she'll shake
And
it.
you look down at their like big like flipper-sized feet, and you kind of figure that's what the wet slapping sound. I'll say it again, you perverts. That's what the noise was.
Winnie doesn't really have a gutter. She hadn't really considered that. Hi, I am so sorry, to have disturbed you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So, you know you have quarters, right? There. In the forecastle?
Well, yeah, but I didn't want to disturb anyone. I was just, fixing up my trident, making a little cat toy. Do you think the Tressums will like this? And she'll hold up the little...
I'm sure they're going to love it. I'm sorry, I don't spend a lot of time with the Tressums. That's more Sammy's deal. He's good at that sort of thing.
Sure.
No, I also apologize. I wasn't around as much yesterday. I had quartermaster duties, but also one of my particular chores, as it were, is I scrape the barnacles off the ship, and I sometimes have to do that while it's in motion.
Oh no! Do you want help with that? I'm really good at that.
I wouldn't turn it down. We don't do it for a little while. The other thing is I have to get in the water at least once a day. It's kind of a hassle, but also being on a ship is one of the better places to be as far as things go.
Couldn't you just have like a little bath up here?
I have one, but I forgot to refill it sloshes, and it's a whole. I also, my quarters are with Connery, and he's not.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
the captain thought that because he was very big and I am rather small, that we would puzzle piece our way into a single set of quarters. And
You did.
you know the whole trope about cats with fish, and it's
Yeah.
I have a hammock down here. Now this is kind of where I sleep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you, or scare you.
I was just trying to just get work done. I try to take inventory at least once a day, make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. Do you know why we're missing 2 barrels of water?
I mean, they're not really missing, right? They're just gone. They went bad. Kind of.
I would like you to elaborate on the 2 things that you just said.
Well, this is not judging, but they had water weirds in them, and kind of after that point, you don't really want to drink the water.
No, you don't. I told them. I told you have to check for water weirds. Just
They didn't. They didn't.
they didn't. All right. Well, I understand. I appreciate that.
So sorry about your water.
It's okay. I know how to make more.
That's handy.
Like
Oh,
food
that's
and water and all that.
yeah.
Yeah, magic.
So handy.
Do you do magic? Do you know how to do anything? Fun? That's really the only thing I have.
Just a little bit. I don't know if I have anything really fun, but like if something's broken, I can help fix it.
Oh, that'd be useful.
Alternatively, I also have like acid, which isn't so good for like mending stuff, but if
The opposite, I would assume.
yeah, so kind of a little mix of stuff, but I can heal a little. I like to be helpful.
That's useful. All right, then I'm going to get back to my work. Again, quartermaster, do you need anything? It seems like you're
Probably.
looking around for things. I have all the equipment on the ship is under my jurisdiction, as it were.
As it were. Probably I'll be by later today. I haven't really unpacked. I didn't expect to spend the night down here. But I just sort of got really drowsy while I was messing with my trident. And, the water. And just... It was very soothing.
It's very soothing, yeah. Winnie, go ahead and roll perception one more time.
But I already had a good one.
That's true. You did have a good one. We can count that.
Bless.
Winnie, it's at this point that you start to hear bells ringing from the top deck.
It's
And
been
you
a
see a
while.
look of fear in Trisha's eyes.
Oh, that's not a good bell, is it?
It's not. And we better get up there.
It sounds like
And
the
they
weather's
start-
turned.
It's almost like it's exactly sounds like the weather's turned.
She will follow close on Trosha's heels.
He's very slow. So yeah, he's like, oh no, go ahead. It takes
She
me
will
a second.
pass him.
That's good. Winnie, you make it to the top deck as Connery has burst forth from the officers' quarters, and he is just shouting for all hands. And you look ahead to what is already a darkened sky, and you can see that the stars have been blotted out ahead, and you are traveling directly into a massive, massive storm.
Would I know, typically, having spent some time on the sea, the best place to be of use by, like, default? As, like, an additional member of the crew, not as, like, a specific member of the crew?
Right. So a number of things have to happen on a ship when it passes through a storm.
literally battening down the hatches is one of the main things, ensuring that the ropes are taut and the sails have enough give that they don't tear in the storm itself. It's also making sure that stuff is tied down, making sure that furniture doesn't move, any number of things. And Winnie, go ahead and roll for Arcana.
Oh. Winnie's gonna use an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Winnie is glad she did. 19.
Winnie, this is not a typical storm. You can tell from the flashes in the clouds themselves, these pitch black clouds. It's not the whitish blue of lightning. There are purples and reds and oranges. You're about to pass through a magical storm.
How loud were the bells down below?
Loud enough that you could hear 2 decks below.
But I don't
So
see
I'm
my
going to have-
companions on deck.
Yeah, would this have woken
I
us
am
up?
about to have you all roll. There we go. You're all going to roll for. What is waking up? Wisdom? Perception? You all can roll perception with disadvantage depending on. Yeah, perception with disadvantage because you're all asleep.
I rolled 2 natural 20s,
I believe you.
so 26.
Elios,
14.
you like flip from like prone to standing. Yeah.
13.
Okay. Yeah. You all are able to wake up. Elios, you are the first one up.
I'm already there.
Yeah. Elios has teleported next to you, Winnie. Yeah, and you all, as you awaken, can see what Winnie saw. You are about to pass into. The storm is as broad as the sky itself. And the wind is starting to rip at the sails, and the crew is rushing about. They're making sure that all the various different moving pieces aren't going to move. And you can see an even more determined look on Captain Callisto's face. And we are about to pass through our first magical storm. Isn't this fun, everyone?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so is there anything specific you all would like to do? I will give you one thing before you actually pass into what is essentially the storm itself.
Scarlet's at the very front of the ship,
Okay.
basking in the storm.
Anything for anyone else? Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I go towards the back with the captain up on the same deck.
Okay.
I help tie stuff down. I don't know.
All right. So Elios, since you're tying stuff down, go ahead and just roll sleight of hand.
Winnie would also like to either assist in that or like help with the sails or something along the battening down.
Yeah. Winnie provides you with advantage for that.
Cool. Well, I'll roll it again. I had an 18, so a 21. And yeah, I'll keep that 21.
Okay. Yeah, everything that you have tied down, you did successfully. So, your job is done. You can see that people are tending to the ballista at the forecastle. The different types of barrels have all been latched down. The different portside windows have all been attended to, and you can see that at this point, sailors are just bracing themselves, and there is definitely a look of fear on everyone's faces. Let's see. So this is a specific type of magical storm that you're about to pass into. Magical storms cropped up around the ocean, specifically in places where areas that sank, where there was what's the word? There was a lot of magic there before. So magical universities, magical places where magical experiments were performed. There's colleges, all different types of things like that. And it was this energy which kind of just slowly evaporated. Because it was in the water itself, it evaporated into the atmosphere and now congeals as these magical storms. So these storms are each a different form of school of magic. And you are about to pass into an evocation storm. So we are going to go through 6 rounds. You have an action for each of these rounds. It is essentially combating a storm. Yeah. And then the storm is going to determine who it's going to attack. And you'll have a save to make. That's how we're going to kind of run this. So go ahead and roll for initiative against the storm.
That was a nat 20, so 23 total.
Yes. 11.
12.
Natural 19 for a 22.
Look at you.
Ooh.
So Scarlet Helios. Okay. Scarlet, you're up first. You are passing into the storm itself. The already dark sky has darkened even more, and you can see the flashes of color kind of just splattering the sky above you.
Scarlet will take one of the ropes that's, I'm sure, handy and tied to something.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of wraps it around her hand and kind of holds on and stands on the highest point that she can on the ship.
Okay. Yeah, Scarlet, you are essentially standing on the masthead. You are right above the masthead figure, which is, ironically enough, a merfolk, female merfolk. Might not look too different from how you look in the water. Okay, so we'll essentially say that you are readying. We'll give you advantage should the storm hit you. Elios, your turn.
Going to what do we got? What do we got? I'm gonna do patient defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll spend a key point, and basically, I'll be able to take the dodge action as a bonus action. If it comes at me.
Okay, perfect. It is now the storm's turn. So I'm going to roll to see whether it hits you or the ship. It's going to hit the ship. It is going to do 1d10 of damage. As you see, not a bolt of lightning, but a bolt of fire streaks down from the sky and hits right near where the mast is. It actually blasts through one of the sails, and you can see that one of the sails has actually one of the mizzenmast sails, one of the main central sails, has actually caught fire as this bolt of fire has struck through it and has hit the deck. The ship is now on fire as well. And with that, it is Winnie's turn.
How high? What's the sea situation?
In what sense?
Excuse me. Like, are the waves exceptionally high? Are we moving exceptionally fast? The sails are down, right?
The sails are down. You were trying to move as quickly as possible through the storm right now. The waves, definitely, because you are in a storm, are pretty intense. You from where you are right now, you can kind of tell the biggest danger is going to come from the sky, not from capsizing or anything like that.
She's going to scurry over to Elios and reach out a hand to his shoulder and, hey, this. Hey, sorry.
Elios, you can dodge that if you want. You did too.
I'm good.
Yeah. This'll help if you want it. And that was a yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And then she'll it feels like glass cracking all along your skin. Just out and about, and then it just disappears as she casts spider climb on you for a little bit of extra grip. Hope that helps.
What?
You're a little sticky now, so just be careful.
Okay.
Yes. And then she's going to, I guess just, if she can grab a rope, just to stand firm for the next round, that's fine. But if she can't, she's just going to brace herself. Because I feel like that's another action, but she would rather...
It's technically interacting with an object.
She's not tying anything.
Because Scarlet did that as an action, Scarlet will get advantage. It's kind of like if Winnie maintains that, Winnie would get that advantage on her next turn.
Yeah. Okay.
If that's fair. Okay. Proximus.
Where am I in proximity to this flame on the deck?
So you can't be more than 100 feet from it. We'll say that the flame kind of came down through the front of the sail, and if you came out of the forecastle, you're probably within 30 feet of it.
Okay. So I'm going to use thaumaturgy to yell at everyone to get down, and then I'm going to cast gust of wind.
Okay.
At first level, and that's 60 feet. He's going to yell out, Rockwind. And that should disperse or extinguish an unprotected flame. Hopefully not blowing anyone off board.
Right. Everyone... I guess you wouldn't have to worry about your party members. They all have kind of attended to themselves, and the rest of the crew have all kind of tried to tie themselves down as well. So, disperses gas or vapor, extinguishes candles, torches, similar unprotected flames, causes... Yeah, we'll say that the fire at this point had not grown to the point where it would be it was growing. But I like this. Gust of wind does snuff that flame out. The sails, however, still are on flame. Are on fire. And it is now back up to the top of Scarlet.
Scarlet's not going to do anything but stand there in the storm. This is what she was born out of. She's going to bask in it. And take whatever it's going to give her.
Okay. Scarlet is going to maintain that then. Elios.
Guess I could I'll just ready the dodge action.
Okay. And it's now the storm's turn, so it is going to see about attacking any of you. It does attack one of you. All right. So, Winnie's 1, Scarlet 2, Proximus 3, Elios 4. Winnie, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
She's got this.
Me too. Winnie, you deftly dodge out of the way of an acid bolt that comes streaking down from the sky and slams against the deck of the ship right next to you. Unfortunately, the splash from it, you still do take 2 points of acid damage. And you can actually see the wood is starting to melt and almost oil from the heated acid that streaked down from the atmosphere. And with that, it is Winnie's turn.
Winnie doesn't like that. How fast is the acid eating away the wood?
Gradually. It's almost like xenomorph blood, if you want to consider it that.
Perfect. Not perfect. That's actually like not great, but
Excellent.
Dan, you and I have trained for this moment.
We have.
She doesn't have. She's looking around. Are there any like in trouble crew members?
Not currently. You can see that they are concerned about the storm, and they are concerned about the sails that are on fire. But none of them necessarily can do anything about it.
I mean, hey, mood. There's not a lot else. She's looking around, seeing everyone is sort of in an okay state at the moment. She's going to drink the elixir she prepared earlier.
Which elixir are you drinking?
The one she prepared earlier. Her elixir.
Not your chaos one. Okay. Cool. So roll 2d4 and add your intelligence modifier.
Do I have an intelligence modifier? Come on, Winnie.
Sure hope you do.
9.
Wow. You're back up to full health. You, I rolled for 1. You had a healing elixir.
Cool. She only needed 2, but she'll take it.
Right. Proximus, it is your turn.
Let's see. I think he's just gonna hold an action and I'm gonna take my trident and stab it into the deck, and then just kind of hold on for. That's all he's got.
Okay. All right. Back to Scarlet. Scarlet, you still just maintaining that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Elios.
I'm going to maintain holding the dodge action.
All right. And it's now the storm's turn. Since we're halfway through, the storm is going to attack twice. You are getting near the eye, and it is intensifying significantly. Okay. It is going to attack 2 of you. It's going to attack Scarlet. It's going to attack Elios. Okay. Let's see. Scarlet, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Elios, you took the dodge action. I will give you advantage on a dexterity saving throw, essentially.
I just have standard.
Yeah, because it's dexterity. You're holding on, so that would be you're trying to stay on the ship. Yeah.
It's a 16 for me.
Okay.
That's a 7 for me.
Okay. All right. Elios, you are going to take 5 points of lightning damage. This actually is standard lightning bolt Go figure. Scarlet, go ahead and make that strength saving throw with advantage.
I'm gonna re-roll one of those. Can I use one of my crits?
You can.
I'm gonna use one of my crits because my dice aren't rolling very well.
Okay. You don't see this bolt coming. It's force damage. And you standing on near the masthead and the bow of the ship nearly knocks you overboard into the storming waters. The waters which nearly gave you birth. You hold on for dear life. You actually do get knocked off the ship, but hanging onto that rope, you are able to deftly swing in front of the merfolk masthead, and are able to get yourself back onto the ship, barely. You do take 6 points of damage, as well as an extra 2 points of just bludgeoning damage, so you kind of hit the side of the ship. So 6 force, 2 bludgeoning. And Winnie, it is now your turn.
How is the crew looking?
Scared. Actually, go ahead and roll perception.
$22.
You hear shouting coming from above. And as you look up, you see that Sammy is in the crow's nest, where you also know the Tressums to be. And you can see that the flame of the sails is getting close to him. And he is trying to grab the Tressums in his arms, but he can only grab a couple of them.
Well, in which case, Winnie is going to...
There's netting that leads to the crow's nest.
Yeah, she's going to climb up. I thought I could do something clever, but I can't. So I'm just going to go up.
Okay. So that's essentially your movement.
Yes.
Okay. So you're able to move 15 feet up the essentially upwards.
How far away
As it is,
are they?
they're 100 feet up.
Can I dash?
You can.
I would like to dash.
Okay. So you are 30 feet up. You are getting closer to the flames, but you're not necessarily climbing on the sail. So it's not like you're going to be climbing through the flames themselves, but
That would be bad.
Yes, it would be. Okay. Proximate is your turn.
Well, I'm going to get within 60 feet because I see that Scarlet is being reckless. And I'm going to jump down within 60 feet and cast, he's going to say Skilt van Gruf. And it's going to be Shield of Faith. And I'm going to cast it on, because I know that Elios can dodge, duck, dive, dodge, and so I'm going to cast it on Scarlet.
Yeah, Elios spent several years dodging wrenches. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a lightning bolt.
You can dodge a lightning bolt.
And I'm just going to cast Shield of Faith on Scarlet.
Okay.
Which is that +2?
+2 to your AC, yes.
Cool.
And then that's my bonus action. And then I'm going to Misty Step up to help out Sammy.
Okay. So Misty Step is 30 feet?
Yeah. How far does that get me up?
It gets you almost right next to Scarlet. You are about 10 feet behind Scarlet on the webbing upwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Sammy's 100 feet up in the crow's nest of the mist nest. So Winnie is climbing the webbing upwards, and you have Misty stepped to be almost right next to her.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'll use my dash action to try to get another 30 feet.
Okay.
If,
so yeah, that
Gosh.
gets you an extra 15 because it's climbing. So you're able to teleport the 30, get an extra 15. So you have passed Winnie at this point. And Scarlet, it is your turn.
I'm going to want to climb back on the top
Mhm.
of the... Yeah. I want to get my footing back.
Okay. You are essentially hanging off the side at this point. So
Mhm.
athletics or acrobatics?
We'll do either because they're the same. That's an 11.
You are able to just barely get yourself back, leg over leg, heaving just a little bit out of breath as this this force bolt struck down at you. Yeah. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
Okay. Elios, it is your turn.
Okay. And she's back up, not hanging off the side of the ship anymore.
She's no longer hanging
She's-
off the side. Correct. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And then they're climbing up that way. Hey, if no one else is in trouble or anything, I'm just going to keep holding a dodge action.
Okay. All right. It is once again the storm. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. It's going to do one attack against the ship and one attack against one of you. This time it is targeting Proximus. Proximus, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
ooh. That's not bad. 16.
Okay. Proximus, again, you don't see this one coming. Something you feel more than you see as you take 4 points of psychic damage as a psychic bolt streaks down. And then the ship is going to take... Ship's actually going to take cold damage. And it is going to be just 4 points of cold damage. It's kind of cold, almost bludgeoning damage as a giant rock of ice actually streaks down and smashes near the helm, actually. And you see as Captain Callistus doesn't even flinch. It actually smashes almost a hole right next to her, but she maintains course. With that, it is Winnie's turn. Winnie, you can see as Sammy actually flies from the crow's nest. And he comes down to you in Proximus, and he has 2 Flittons, and Demona is kind of flying next to him. The mother cat is flapping next to him, just struggling against the strong winds. And he's grabbing onto the ropes at this point. He's like, I'm sorry, can you take one, both? And he's handing Flittons off to you, you and
like,
Proximus.
Shove it in like the shoulder space of her shirt, to like keep it secure.
Mm-hmm.
And depending, Proximus, if you have any way of taking the other one, she could probably get the other one in her other shoulder.
So I'll grab one and wrap one arm around and trying to get my shoulder into the webbing so I can hold on tighter and then hold one in my other arm.
Okay. So you have 2 of the Flittons. You can use your movement to travel downwards, or you can continue to travel upwards. I could say that one of you could maybe have both of them and travel downwards if you wanted.
I could do that. That's a terrible idea. That's an even worse idea. The sail is like on fire, right? It's not just like a little. Okay.
Yeah, you are definitely going to lose the mizzenmast sail.
I mean, I can make it worse. Proximus, I can take them if you want to keep going. You're faster, I think. You're closer.
Okay, so I'm gonna hand one over to Winnie, and then I'm gonna keep going up.
Okay. So, Winnie, you can travel downwards. With
I will
your
travel
if you would like.
downwards.
Okay. And then, yeah, Proximus, do you want to use the rest of your movement to move upwards more?
Yeah, so I use my movement and a dash to move to the top, or as far as I can go. Yeah.
Sure. So that would get you another 30 feet. You've already moved 45, so you're at 75. You are almost there. You are, however, near the flames, so you are going to take 4 points of fire damage. It would have 8, but you're not like in the flames themselves. It's close enough, however. And with that, we're back to Scarlet's turn. You can see that you are nearly out of the storm. Unfortunately, the sail burning as it has extended your time in the storm itself. But you can almost see the edge of it from where you are.
Do I have anything that could help with burning sail? Unless I wanted to make it more fire. I'm just gonna hang tight.
Fight fire with fire. Okay.
Not in this case. Burn the whole ship down, it's fine.
Okay, Elias.
No one's in trouble?
The Flittons and maybe Sammy, but nobody on the deck at least.
2 people are up there, so I'm going to keep dodging the storm.
Yeah, just Elios has that wonderful like 16-bit just ready action, just bouncing.
Like
back and forth.
the ship is all float, messing around, but
Yeah.
Elios is always perfectly vertical.
Yeah,
There's the
Elios is
thing.
like that.
Yeah, it's just
Those sea legs though.
in perfect
It's those
balance.
calves.
Those calves are coming in handy.
Elios is half
Yes.
stabilization rig. He's
Yeah, it's literally a gyroscope.
All right. Storm's turn again. It is now going to attack 3 times. Okay. Once against the ship, twice against you. D4s. That is Proximus and Elios. It's a good thing that you didn't have a Flitten. Okay. So, let's see. I could just roll a goddamn D8 like an adult. All right. Elios, go ahead and roll dexterity saving throw with advantage. Proximus, roll dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
It's a natural 20 for a 27.
Okay.
2 17s. What?
My other was an 18. My dice are hot tonight.
Yes.
So
So 18.
Elios, you take 4 points of force damage. Once again, force bolt comes down that you really can't see necessarily. It actually strikes the deck. Wood kind of splinters around you. That's actually most of the damage that you get. It isn't from the bolt itself. It's from the shrapnel that it creates. You were able to dodge the primary damage of the bolt. Proximus, despite you being close to fire already, a fire bolt strikes down and actually hits you at the netting. The netting begins to burn as well, and you take 5 points of fire damage. And Winnie, it is your turn. You have made it back down. You have 2 Flittons. You look up as Proximus has been struck with flame. The netting is starting to burn. Sammy has returned back to the crow's nest. Demona right next to him, and he is grabbing the other 2 Flittons.
Unable to tell too much from down below. I'm going to kind of keep the Flittons that I have snuggled close. And I'll extend a hand, not all the way because Flitton's in the shoulder, but up at Proximus, and just mutter under my breath, lost to the wind, a quick healing word, which gives you 5 points back anyway.
I'll take it.
Yeah. And is there a hatch close by? Like a door or something into the ship somewhere?
I'm sorry, I was muted. Are you thinking specifically below deck or just any type of door?
Any type of door. I'm looking for a something that's not that wouldn't take too long to open, where I can just sort of like unload the Flittons so they're not in immediate danger on deck.
Yeah. You would easily be able to travel to the lower deck and put them there with your movement.
Okay, I would like to do that.
You do that. Okay.
And is it a free action to kiss them on their little Flitton heads when I do that?
It sure is.
Perfect.
Go ahead and roll 2d4. Let's see what Flittons you have.
I have Flitton number 1 and Flitton number 3.
Okay. Flitton number 1 and 3. I believe you have one of the girls and one of the boys. You have Flitton, Serona, and Lear.
Oh.
Serona being the largest of the Flittons. She's the chunky one. She has bright blue eyes and a warbling little mew. And Lear is the cuddly one. He has a very quaking purr. He's not purring right now. He's a little worried. But he is the most openly affectionate of the Flittons.
And I'll leave them, if I can do this all in the same. If not, that's totally fine. The toy I made for them earlier. Because they're basically children. All I'm doing today is soothing children, apparently.
Sure. Proximus, you are climbing the webbing towards the top. You are just 25 feet away.
Okay, can I get all the way up there with my movement and my dash?
You can,
because it's
that would just get you there.
Okay.
With an extra 5 if you wanted it.
What so in what kind of order is this sail looking like? Is there a way back down?
That's tough. There is other webbing. The webbing that you were climbing on is on fire. The sail itself has nearly immolated to nothing. It would be tough getting down, but you could do it.
Yeah. How far is it from sail to sail?
That is a good question. Let's see what the map says. Let's see, I do already have it pulled up. That's good. So you're at the mizzen mast. That is I think that is 25 feet. That sound right?
All right, Sammy. What do I need to do here? And how many Flittons are up there? Is there a couple?
There
Flittons?
are 2 Flittons left, and then there's the mother Demona who is able to fly. You kind of get the idea that the Flittons don't have flight just yet. Their wings are still growing.
And Sammy is there also, right?
Sammy's there also. He's like, I'm sorry, mate. I just don't feel comfortable flying in this. I'm gonna get hit with something being up this high. We need to get down. You take one, I'll take the other, and just hang on tight, right?
Sammy, can you get us to the other sail? If I hold the kittens, can you grab me and hold me and sail to the next sail so that we do not have to climb down in this fire?
Yeah, all right, yeah. Okay.
So I scoop up the 2 flittons, one in each hand, and then hope Sammy can just grab my back and take us to the other sail.
Sammy the Aarakocra is going to roll a strength check to see if he can lift you.
I'm a heavy pucker.
You are wearing mithril, which is lighter. Okay. Okay. Sammy wraps his arms around your thick Triton chitinous exterior. Just hold on tight to him and extends his large albatross-like wings and takes a leap forward. Did you want to go towards the front of the ship or the back of the ship? For the aft?
The back of the ship.
Okay,
yeah.
So you're heading towards the helm. Okay. Sammy rolled an 18. He has a +0. That is enough. You all are able to. He essentially glides in this storm towards one of the crossbars of the mast, and a little shaky, but still you're kind of drifting a little bit. You do successfully get to a safer part of the ship.
Yes. I am just gonna hold the flittons there and try to just loop my hand into the webbing and just as strongly as I can hold myself there.
You are going to take. No, you're not. That's not even damage. I was going to say you have Danu and Plato. You have Danu, who is the playful and aloof one. She's exploring her claws for the first time, so you do feel some little flitting claws kind of digging into your hand. It's not enough to like cause real damage, but it's just she's like gnawing on your thumb a little bit. And then Plato is the runt of the litter, but he has a real fighting spirit.
Oh, what is this? Oh. Foley sounds. Interfoling sounds here.
Fully. We are back to Scarlet.
I think Scarlet would finally notice that, you know, there were still others on the ship, but see that everyone was kind of as of now, and just focus back in.
Come. Anything else you want? This is the last round. Anything else you want to do for this?
Nope.
Okay. Elias.
I'm going to dodge everything the storm's got.
You're going to dodge life itself, man.
That's right.
All right. It is the storm's turn for last round. 4 attacks. And what even are dice? Okay. 3 attacks to the ship, 1 attack to one of you. That is Elios. Let's see what type.
Now, we also know that a natural 20 still damages me, so.
It does. It's half damage.
Yeah.
Elios. So, dex saving throw.
With advantage again, yeah?
Yes, because you're dodging. Yeah.
Get them dodging. A 19 and a 20, so a natural 20 for 27.
Nice.
I swear to God.
Elios, you're only going to take 3 points of cold damage. Again, this is a big chunk of ice. Another block of ice falls from the sky like small boulder-sized large boulder, a piece of hail falls from the sky, and again, it's the shrapnel. It's the ice
Shrapnel.
breaking from it.
Fucking shrapnel.
Gets you every time. But you dodge very deftly. And the other attacks are going to be against the ship. We're going to see what part of the ship, because the mast is pretty much gone. Okay. Fun stuff. Okay. So it's going to take... Ship's going to take, what is that? 17 points of damage. Scarlet and Proximus, go ahead and make dex saving throws.
Ooh. 5.
22.
Okay. Scarlet, you don't take any damage because this was attacking the ship. It wasn't coming directly at you. The ship takes the damage, not you. Proximus, you begin to fall. And it is now Winnie's turn. Winnie, you have something, anything... There's anything you can do. You've seen Proximus just fall from a height of about 25 feet with 2 flippins.
Oh. No. Look, she's smart. She's not really wise. There's nothing on deck, like a bale or anything. Is there anything?
Like a bale of hay?
No, like a bale of stuff that's on ships. I don't know, like
A bale of ship stuff. Come on.
you know,
what I'm talking about.
one of those soft bales of ship things.
Ship stuff.
You mean like a ship bale of pillows? Yeah.
Yeah, a common
Yeah.
scene on ships.
Yeah, exactly like that. You know what I'm talking
Lash
about.
a whole bunch of pillows together just in case of this situation.
Yeah, like an inflatable life raft that's just always inflated.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say you can use movement to get beneath him.
Yeah, Winnie's gonna try and catch him.
Okay.
What?
Proximus, you can get off one action before you hit the deck.
If you could use that to like fly, that'd be super helpful.
I wish I had a reaction.
Right.
Give my slow fall to somebody else.
Well, because I used 2 level 2 spells, I don't have Gust of Wind or Misty Step left. Great.
Oops, I didn't use my spell. I used it.
He's actually just gonna hold both of the flittons and make sure that he's gonna land on his back and just tuck him in and free fall.
Winnie, you're going to catch these individuals.
I don't even have to roll for it. Dope.
I mean, that's
yes,
I'm
absolutely.
asking if that's what you're trying to
Are
do.
you going to
You have to
attempt
roll
that?
for it.
I would.
Yes, but like I'm gonna try and be smart about it. Like I would like to like I don't know, like lift with your knees, not your back, and that sort of stuff.
Okay. Since you were preparing for it, strength saving throw with advantage.
Bless. No. Nope. I'm gonna crit it.
Okay.
Ha.
Perfect.
Ha. Look at me remembering I have stuff.
Okay. Winnie, you're going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you successfully catch Proximus.
Super fair.
Proximus, you are only going to take 3 points of damage as Winnie absorbs the rest. Littens are totally fine.
Thank you so much, Winnie.
Yeah, okay, get down now.
Okay, sorry.
Is this just Woody like lifting like this? Is that
It's like the Spider-Man. He's lifting the.
lifting the car or the water tower or whatever?
Yeah. With her +0, I think perhaps it's just like she just breaks your fall. You still end up on the ground, but like
Right.
cushioned.
Not at the same velocity.
Right.
We are out of combat.
Oh, bless.
God.
You are passing through the end of the storm now. Congratulations. The ship is in tatters. The mizzenmast primary sail is gone. As you kind of exit the area of the storm, the waves are still choppy, the sky is still dark, but the sailors, groggy from being, awakened to this calamity, are all scattering about. They're trying to raise buckets of water from the sides of the ship. They're trying to douse the flames and deal with the chunks of ice and acid and everything else that came down from the sky. The ship is still sailable. Fortunately, the mizzenmast did not break. None of the other masts broke, but the ship has halved its speed. And you will find yourselves on the deck of the ship.
To be clear, not that I'm fussy, but that is a resolution of a black spot, right?
It absolutely is. It is. That was a black spot.
That is not just
Please.
the worst wake up ever.
Right?
It absolutely was a black spot, yes.
Winnie's gonna go retrieve the other Flittons. Well, she's not even gonna
More to
say
go.
anything else. Just
All right,
Okay.
Winnie, you dust yourself off from getting hit with a Proximus. Sammy actually kind of is able to glide down, and as you bring up the two other Flittons, Demona is kind of perched on his shoulder. She just kind of like looks at you, just tilts her head as you hold up the Flittons.
I think she's really appreciative of you. She cares about her babies a whole bunch.
I would
Thank you.
think so. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I'm in charge of the repairs of this ship, and I've got quite a bit of work to do. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to get to that, and he'll kind of
Sammy, please wait.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You saved both of our lives.
Oh, mate, you two saved 4 lives.
We all did, together. And I would like to help you out. So can I help out with any of the repairs?
Yeah, sure. You know how to use carpenter's tools, smith's tools? Know how to
I know
sew?
nothing of the sort, but I am willing to learn.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah, all right, great. Love this.
Maybe
Love that for you.
I can do a little bit of repairs, and maybe Proximus could help me find some places that are the right size for me to repair.
I can definitely
alright.
do that. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's teamwork. Makes the dream work. Love it. All right.
With our powers combined, we can do this.
Yep, you got water twice and a little bit of hat. Love that.
There is fire. Fire right there.
Yep, got enough of that. Yep.
No earth.
Scarlet,
No,
how are you doing?
I'll be wind.
I'll be heart.
Just an elephant shows up. Okay, so Winnie and Proximus will attend to repairs of the ship. Scarlet and Elios, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna pop the cork on that. What did that accent coming from? I'm gonna.
I torque.
Don't pop it.
Sorry,
Pop it. Nice pop.
I'm gonna pop the cork. I'm gonna take a sip of that healing potion that my girlfriend got me.
Mm-hmm.
Where's it at? There it is.
Didn't realize titles had been exchanged.
It's just
Implied. They're implied.
Implied,
titles.
yeah.
We
Implied
need
by
to
which
define
party?
this immediately.
Me just now. It's fine.
Elios, what are we?
I need to identify. I need to label this right now.
Scarlet
Dope.
unties herself from the rope and joins back towards the rest of the party. But her eyes are just the same as the churning ocean. Just movement and bright. Little dark, but just ever moving, ever churning. It's like she's almost on an adrenaline high, but she doesn't say anything. Just kind of observes what's happening because she can't really. She's currently just coming down from the rush of it all.
Okay. Elios, you took the healing potions, so yeah, if you can, get some health back.
A little bit. Yeah.
Before we address anything else, we're going to go ahead and go to break real quick. So we'll be back in 5 to 10. Stick around as we resolve a little bit more. Thanks for joining us so far. We'll see you soon. Hello and welcome back to Horizon's Call. We just left off with our intrepid crew sailing through a magical storm, an evocation storm of all things, which you absolutely should blame Eva for, because I did have her roll a d6 and she rolled evocation.
Evocation.
Oh,
Rebrand incoming.
I get it. I get it now.
Kind of good.
That is really good. I'm writing that down.
Could have been better, could have been worse, could have been divination. Not sure what I would have done with that. Could have been necromancy, and you could have had skeletons crawling over the side.
Ooh, Elios would have been useful.
I think I would have taken that one. Yeah.
Right?
I could punch things.
Smite everything.
Welcome back. The Innocence has taken some damage. It is still sailing, but is at current half speed, and a lot of work needs to be done to get you back on track to the Red Owl. So, Winnie and Proximus have both agreed to do some work. Proximus essentially looking for work to do, and Winnie doing the work. So Proximus, roll for investigation, and Winnie, how are you going to be fixing things?
I'm just gonna be mending stuff with my mending spell.
Mending stuff? Yeah. You can mend some stuff, put some stuff back together.
Yeah.
15.
Okay. Yeah, Proximus, you can definitely find a lot of the obvious things that need fixed. Winnie would actually be incredibly useful for fixing some of the burnt pieces of webbing, which didn't actually get fully burned up, reconnecting pieces. Fixing ropes, chains, things that would have snapped apart, even pieces of broken board, just mending them back together. You all do quite a bit of work. Let's just see which work. Yeah. So within 2 days, you both get the ship back to full sailing capacity. So you only lose really like 2 days of full sailing. You're still traveling at half speed. So you're still on course. Elios, it's in those 2 days that Connery approaches you, the big Leonin. And he, like he does, looks down at you. You look big and strong. You want to help us bring up a new mast, new sail?
I will help. That is the first time someone's called me big and strong, but
I was being partially sarcastic, but you're just standing around and everybody has to do something.
oh yeah, no, that's fine. I'll help. It's fine.
So Elios, you basically assist a number of the crew members as you attach a new mizzenmast sail. Takes a lot of work, a lot of hauling rope, and all this while the strongest of you is looking for stuff to do. Proximus is just like, yeah, broken boards. And more broken boards. Really good at that. Elios, go ahead and roll for perception while you're doing that.
Oh, yeah. 13.
That's good enough. It's while you are hauling one of these ropes to get the mizzenmast sail back to its full height, that the mizzenmast has just risen far enough that you see just beyond is Constance. It's the first time you've actually seen her in the daytime when she's not below deck. Oh yeah, yeah. She fans herself just a little bit. It's a hot day. You're not sure whether it's you or her, but somehow that wasn't weird for me. All right.
Good.
A few more days pass in your travels. Is there anything else you would like to do before you get to the Red Owl, or would you like to fast forward to that?
I think in the meantime, Proximus would like to attune to his, because he still hasn't done it, to his trident.
Sure. Okay, so you spend an hour doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you know that the trident is magical. Because it was Corvus's, you would know what it is. It is a trident of fish command.
Mm-hmm.
So you now have a trident of fish command. Proximus and Winnie, in those 2 days when you were fixing everything, one more thing actually does happen to the two of you. It is while you are working on one of the sail ropes, and you are near the railing of the ship, that Demona flies down and just kind of like presses her wings against her side. And she seems to have something in her mouth. And she walks up to the both of you, and she just drops it out and just kind of clatters a little bit.
What is it?
Yeah, can I check it? See what it is?
It's appears to be not a dead animal. It is metal. It almost has a silverish appearance to it, and it almost looks like a tressum. It is the form of a cat with little wings, a little pendant.
A kitten.
I believe this is for you, Winnie.
I didn't want to say anything, but I really want it.
I know you do. Yes.
Thank
It's-
you.
It is all yours. Yes.
Thank you.
I instantly start petting.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll animal handling with advantage. By the way, for anyone watching, the only reason I do this, and it's with advantage, so it's probably not going to happen, but if you do roll a 1, you are going to hit that cat. Okay,
Dan is
I'm
not-
kidding.
It was
Dan
15.
is saving his auto crits for that.
Yeah, 15. Demona, again, like nudges into your hand, and yeah, there's a very thorough purr runs through her.
I would also like to pet. Winnie would, when she's not helping mend things, she would like to take a minute and identify, if she could, just kind of hold this pin in her hands. Does it feel fancy? Is it just metal?
It is metal, but it is
Imbued.
so you are casting identify, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She just wants to do that before she
Identify
puts
is-
it on.
Yeah, identify is one of those spells. Let's see.
One of those spells that identifies things.
Yeah.
It is. It's
one of
also
those
one of those
spells that
spells that's
exist.
very rarely used. So
Oh.
I don't know the exact wording on it. So you choose an object, magic, blah, blah, blah. Learn its properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement, how many charges. And okay, so it basically just gives you the stats of it.
Yeah.
That's fun. Winnie, this is a luck stone.
What a good kitten.
So you would learn it is not a.
It's a luck brooch.
It is a luck stone. Well, I'm trying to. There's also a cursed luck stone, but I'm not going to give you that. I'm just going to see if like, identify actually does identify.
You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. So that would include a curse, right?
You would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do love that like attuning to it curses you until you're targeted by remove curse, and as long as you remain cursed, you can't discard the stone, and it immediately teleports back into your pocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw it away. It
So
just comes back.
You have a luck stone, stone of good luck. You gain a +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws.
Cool. I'm going
is
to do my
a-
best to remember that.
Piece of grat, and you can add it to your equipment.
Yeah.
It is gratitude from Demona.
I love her. I would also probably... Wait, how many days are we potentially skipping forward?
You'd be skipping forward about a week.
Okay, I would make an experimental elixir for each of those days.
Okay, so go ahead and I will roll. Are you going to drink it every single day as well?
Not unless
Or
I
you-
need to.
It just adds up, doesn't it? You can just make one per day.
That's the way I'm reading it, yeah.
Okay.
So is that 6 or is that 7? Are we including today?
And actually, this is the kind of world that has a 10-day. We'll say that this is 6 days.
Okay, I was like,
So it is almost an Earth week, but this has a 10-day
of
week.
course.
So we will give you 6. So that was
in that time, I'd also hunt down Elios.
I'm easy to find.
When Constance is not around, because I would like just a smidge of attention. Hi!
Hi.
Oh, that storm, right?
It was pretty wild.
You did really good. Like, I thought, I mean, you know,
I just stood there. I
You
really
did.
didn't do anything.
no, but like, you could have gone over. But you didn't. That was really impressive.
Nah, not me.
No, well, I guess not. No, that was on me.
Thank you.
For not.
I mean, you were the hero up there saving the Flittons, so
No, that was
you did a better job than I
Proximus.
did.
I just snugged them a little bit. Hey,
That's important.
I'm not really nosy, you know. But I noticed that Eula gave you like a necklace that's kind of pretty, and I was wondering, if
Yeah.
you don't want it, like.
I don't know what it does.
Oh, do you want me to tell you?
Can you?
Yeah, probably. But if it does
Sure,
something
what
like
is it?
boring and you're not going to wear it, I mean, like maybe I could have like first dibs, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I will identify that. The torque.
No, it's Elios. We have another game that's offline, and I play a character named Torque. It's fine. It's inside joke.
Oh. That was good. That was good.
This is a necklace of adaptation. While wearing this necklace, you can breathe normally in any environment. You have advantage on saving throws made against harmful gases and vapors, such as cloud kill and stinging cloud effects, inhaled poisons, and breath weapons of some dragons.
I will accurately relay that information.
I will about halfway through you listing these things off. I snatch it from your hand.
Okay, yeah, I guess maybe that's useful.
Yeah, yeah. And I literally put it on immediately.
But if you see a necklace or something shiny, you know, just think of your good friend Winnie, okay?
Okay, I will.
Yeah. And at some point she'll check in on Scarlet, because they haven't like bonded in a while. Yeah.
Scarlet's been kind of keeping to herself.
Oh yeah, you
Since
got
the
this
storm.
whole room all to yourself.
There's a point in that. But in the days that she hasn't really been seen, she's been trying to secretly win over the favor of the Tressum. Just because she made a promise to Winnie that she would at least try.
Scarlet, you have 6 animal handling checks.
3 dice at a time. Okay. My animal handling +2, so there's a 17, a 16, a 4.
Oof.
There's a 9, a 7, and a 5.
Okay.
We started
The
off
17
strong
was-
there.
17 was the first one. So you actually make really good headway on your first day. Like, you can tell that Mona likes Proctimus, Demona likes Winnie. She's willing to give you another shot. And you get a couple of good pets in. But then you make that classic mistake and you try to pick her up. And the body just goes up. It's like, no, 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 no. And she flies away. Next couple of days, you get a little too confident. It's not there. She's the lower rolls. She's not mad at you. She doesn't scratch you. She doesn't bite you. She doesn't growl or anything. But she is aloof with you. But there's one day on the 6th day, you're standing on the deck of the ship, and she just lands next to you. And she just sits. And you kind of like look over to her at the corner of your eye, and you notice she looks wherever you look.
I definitely test that. Just that they're staring in different directions.
She's following your gaze, trying to see what you're looking at.
What do you see that I don't? Unfortunately, don't speak. You know, Tressum. But you're not so bad. I don't suspect you'll let me pet you in front of Winnie, will you? Can I tell if that's a yes or a no?
That's no. Yeah.
All right, that's fair. And I'm sitting here talking to a Tressum when I could be talking to the crewmates. Well, sweet mother, let you go be with your flittins. We'll keep this to ourselves, okay?
She just flies off. Okay. So the days pass. You meet the final NPC of this ship, which is a large gnoll named Honey, because you all are eating every day, because it's that kind of game. Honey is the large gnoll that runs the galley. She is the cook. She takes up a lot of space in the kitchen. She has a very loud, boisterous laugh. We're not going to do that RP right now because we spent half the session just dealing with a fucking storm. So we are going to get to the Red Owl. The 6 days have passed when you hear a call come from the crow's nest from Sammy. And he shouts out, "Ship ahead!" And you can actually see his Connery shouts out for the sails to be raised as the ship slows down. And you can't necessarily see it with... It's a distance off where you can almost make it out with the naked eye, but any spyglass would indicate that the ship you are searching for is just a quarter mile away. And Connery calls you all up to the helm. This is what you were brought on board to do. I'm going to let you make the decision on this one. How would you like to proceed? We can attack full on, probably take it, maybe take some losses. You could be sneaky about it.
Why don't we just invite them over?
I'm sorry, Kaila, what was that?
Why don't we just invite them over? We don't particularly want to attack a ship without it being warranted.
I suppose we could do that. That's...
We can,
all right.
The flags. Callisto can change them, can't she?
She absolutely can.
We can parade as a more friendly vessel.
You do have a pirate's mind, don't you? No, I like that.
I don't think we could take any more damage to the ship. I've lost one. I'm not losing another.
Connery, do you know anything about this crew on the Red Owl?
No, I know they're disposable. Not any of ours. Probably humans.
Never had any issues with them before until now?
The specific ship? No, I mean, it's not like we have a personal issue. I don't want to kill each and every one of them and toss their bodies into the ocean, but sometimes...
That is oddly specific, Connery.
No, it was hypothetical, came to mind. Sometimes work gets just, you have a bad day.
What, I don't think I asked this last time. Do I know anything? Oh, we did. You know, I think Scarlet has a good point. Attacking them doesn't really seem like, you know, the best course. I like sneaky better. But if they'll just give us what we want, that's even like the best, right?
Well, I also look close enough to my merfolk relatives that we might be able to get them to trust us a little bit better. I just have to smile and look a little nicer.
You can do that?
You look really nice just now.
Sure.
Two sides of the same coin right there.
Two quick things. I would like to give everyone, all of my party, a random elixir each. Not knowing what they are. I guess I could investigate, maybe.
You could absolutely investigate.
Also,
3 of them are the same kind. There's one single type, and then 2 of them are of the same kind. So you can roll 3 intelligence checks. None of them are the same one you have made before. You can tell that just by the color and consistency. So if you roll you can roll 3 d20s, and if you get a 20 on any of them, you will be able to identify.
Nope. How did they get worse progressively? First one was a 4 and it was downhill from there. Nope. No, I don't know what they are.
Okay.
I will give them all different ones so that it's easier to tell what they do.
Okay,
When
so you
some-
have
Like, I'll make a note.
you 6. So
Well,
how
you
are you
said
divvying these up?
you said 3 were the same. So
3 were the same.
one of those I will give to Ilios. The single one I will give to Proximus, and then one of the 2 I will give to Scarlet. And then I'll keep the rest.
Okay.
And then is it safe to say I would have had time to attune to the Luckstone?
Oh yeah, yeah. And Elios, you also have, because it takes an hour, you have attuned to your necklace of adaptations. So you actually felt as those little barbs on the inside kind of almost dug into your skin a little bit. But the slats on the side, you essentially have artificial gills.
Love to see it.
You sure do. Okay, so that who did you give the individual one to? Was that Scarlet?
Proximus.
Proximus. Okay. Okay, and then Proximus got cool.
I don't know what they'll do. Probably they'll help, but be careful.
You're less certain that these are, with those rolls, you're less certain that these aren't poison, but you're pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure
Thank
they're
you.
not, right?
Thank you, Winnie.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Scarlet, we can actually, Elios and I could infiltrate onto the ship while you guys are making a distraction.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
Could work. You know, let this be your first test. You get the chest, bring it back to me. I'll put in good words. Let this be your first task as Eula's champion. Don't fail. Connery, let's change the flags. Something a little more friendly, a little more human.
Aye, aye. And you will watch as there are 2 main flags on this ship. They are both illusory in nature. The one that flies behind the helm is the flag of Eula Smile. It is a pale white hand, which is pointing almost downwards with a, like almost, it appears as if it's pushing downwards into the water. There's almost a wave graphic near where the wrist is, with a red fingernail on the index finger. And then the other one is the cat skull with the feathers that was raised at the mast. Both of those change to indicate they are from the Nereos Empire, the largest, most dominating force in Damaris, which is a human empire, which even before the deluge was unquestioned in its power. And even though it's diminished greatly in both size and influence, it is the dominating force of the surfacers and the largest navy for sure. And the flags indicate that you are now part of that navy, a merchant vessel, not a military one. Harmless.
Connery, before I attempt to be a little more friendly, do you have any nicer coats or anything that I could use to cover my tattoo?
I see. I'm sure we have something we've taken off of somebody. I will get Trosho to bring you something.
Wonderful, thank you. And Winnie, you could teach me how to smile without looking like I'm going to kill somebody. That would be nice.
Oh, I thought you'd never ask.
Oh, God's help me.
Connery does hand over the spyglass to Scarlet. And the ship turns and starts heading towards the Red Owl. In the time between getting here and there, Trosho does bring a crimson red coat with these cuffs, buttons, very pirate captain, but also a very like high-stationed merchant. And he hands it off to you. He,
What you might like this. I think it goes with your hair, more or less.
More or less. Scarlet will take it and button it completely up.
Okay. So, anything you want to do before you reach the ship? Like I said, Scarlet, you have the spyglass, so if you wanted to do perception checks with that from afar, you absolutely could. Or any other preparatory things anyone else wanted to do.
I would like to look, please.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for perception with advantage.
Ted.
10.
I rolled a 1 and a 5.
Good. Scarlet, it's kind of weird. As you're looking at this ship, you can see that it absolutely is flying similar flags to you. The ship flag is the symbol of a red owl. Wings pressed tightly to it, head turned with the body almost in profile. The kind of the naval flag that it has is that of the Nereos Empire. So it's good match. But that's really the only movement that you see are those flags moving in the wind. The sails are raised. There's no movement on the top deck. You don't really see anyone from afar.
I don't want to alarm anybody, but for as nice as it is out, there's no movement on that ship.
I should mention it is a clear sunny day. It is just after the noon sun has passed through the highest point.
I mean, look how busy this ship is in a storm and cloudy weather. There's no movement.
It's weird.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
Maybe our job will be really easy then. It'll
You think so?
One can hope.
no, but
Elios is right. We should be optimistic.
no. Yes.
Optimistic is not in my vocabulary.
You just said it, so it is.
Scarlet, is the can we tell from here like if it's moving? Like so the sails are up and there's no movement, but it's actually moving.
I would say that you can tell that it is moving with like the tide. It's not moving quickly,
Right.
but it is not anchored down.
So, do I not need to teach you how to smile?
Teach her how to smile.
You know, just in case they're all taking a nap, I will entertain this.
Oh, good.
Connery.
While you're
Connery, are you willing to sneak on the ship, aboard the ship with us?
That's not my
Three
job.
is always better
very
than two.
large.
I'm
very
first
loud
mate
person.
of this ship.
I-
Yes, am
I-
very- yes, Elios, large and loud, not good for sneaking.
I
onto ships.
understand. I just
Are you
I
scared,
wonder
little
if
man?
we are trying to be a human ship, and there is a large Leo, what
Leonin.
you are, sir? Yes. And I don't understand if that will alarm these humans.
Do you want me to hide in my room?
I think
None of you are particularly, with the exception of Scarlet and Elios, I suppose, but none of you are particularly human in nature either.
how do you know I'm human?
I didn't know that you were a human, Elio.
Seem rather average.
You smell like a human, to be honest.
That's fair.
I mean, it's not like an offensive sort of thing.
Right. No, I bathe, so I know.
Right.
I couldn't tell.
See?
More from up here, Scarlet. Just like
While they're doing that, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the infirmary.
God damn it, man. All right. Yeah.
Constance.
Elios.
Hi.
Hi.
We found the ship we were looking for. Okay.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Be safe.
I'm going to, but I just wanted you to know it's something weird going on. There's nobody. There's no movement on the ship. We can't tell that. Like it just seems like it's just chilling. So there might be an element of danger. And I just needed you to know that these last week, knowing you has been a privilege. In case anything goes wrong, I just needed you to know that.
God damn it, Daniel.
Elios, it's been an honor. No, I'm not even going to say that. No, you're going to come back. You have to. And here, she kind of rummages through one of the cabinets. Take these. She hands you 3 health potions.
Common health potions.
They're uncommon in my heart.
God damn you.
I'll do my best to return to you. And then
I know you will.
I leave without another word because it's too much.
Missed opportunity, and I'm mad about it.
Oh no,
Y'all, she hasn't even
Dan's got
seen
it
my
right.
face yet. I just want that to be canon. I have not taken my mask off in front of her yet.
Yes.
This is the part in the
We're getting that
romance
slow
novel
burn.
where I'm yelling at it.
That's a good slow burn. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the
Reel her
cover
in
of the
nice and
romance
slow.
novel, which is just
You-
like a masked.
You're
like,
correct on the
hooded-
slow. We're missing the burn.
That was during the storm.
Yeah,
well, she's a
that's about
tiefling,
it.
so she
Well,
is fire resistant.
We fast forwarded a week or 2 or whatever. So
I still
where-
don't feel
that's where
any
it
burn
was.
from that.
she's trying to say we don't have chemistry, Derek.
She drew a little heart, one of the health potions. What do you want from me?
Yeah, that's what she did. I can't bring myself to drink them because they mean so much to me.
Rather
The gods.
So the Innocence approaches the Red Owl. A few calls are made from one of the sailors, just traditional kind of just, hey, we're here sort of stuff. Just belay commands. No response.
I'm gonna fix a rope off to the far side of the bow, on the opposite side of whichever the Red Owl. We're coming up on the Red Owl.
Yeah, you're coming up on the port side, so you're attaching it to the starboard.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna actually lean over the side where I can hide, still being able to pull myself up on ship, but yeah.
Okay. So the again, because the Red Owl is kind of drifting a little bit, the Innocence gets as close as it can. Connor kind of looks. We can't put down planks. It's moving too much. You need to get aboard and drop anchor if you can.
How far apart are the boats?
10 to 15 feet as they're kind of rocking.
Dope.
Swing with a rope pretty successfully, or
Yeah, I'm
probably
just gonna jump
pretty easily. Yeah.
because I'm you know,
Yes.
a monk.
Okay.
And then I am coming with you, sir. And
Okay.
and I'll just run and I'll jump along with him, probably not as gracefully.
I did a forward flip and landed in a 3-point hero stance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course you did. Yep. Monks. What is jumping speed? Hey, long jump. Move 10 plus feet. Number of feet up to your strength score.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
cool.
it's 10 feet away. That's
Boom. If it's
fine.
10 feet, then perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, you all can long jump over. Is that what you were all doing? Proximus and Elios have made it over. What is Winnie and Scarlet doing?
How is Scarlet's smiling going?
As good as it's gonna get, I think.
Scarlet, go
It's
ahead and
not
roll.
as scary, I don't think.
Yeah, you can roll what? Charisma?
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
That's an 11.
Hey. It's not a grimace anymore. It's one of the
You're
smiles
lifting
with
both
the-
edges now. It's instead of it's like
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that straight across. She's just showing teeth. It's almost like she's just baring her teeth. She's still snarling at Connor. It's like when kids haven't figured out the cheeks need to go up. It's just
We'll work on it. Trosho?
Aye, yes.
Hey, do you have any like nets? Not like the big nets, but like a littler net that could perhaps take with me?
Just like a fishing net?
Like a fishing net, like something I could just yeah.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Right now?
I mean, like, to entangle someone, not like
Couldn't have done this 10 minutes ago?
I mean, I could have, but I was teaching Scarlet how to smile.
priorities. Okay. He goes flopping down to the lower deck. I'll be right back.
Plop, 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 plop.
And he comes back with 2 nets.
I mean, look, like nothing happened over there.
He holds out his hand.
Yeah. What would you like?
Payment.
Well, I know, but what do you charge for them?
Currency.
Okay. Do you have a currency in mind, or do I just
They're worth.
pick one?
As Scarlett's like trying to like tame her hair in like some sort of like sophisticated fashion, she just like one hand still in the hair, just pulls out several gold coins and just here. Please stop. Please.
That'll do.
Thank you.
Oh, Scarlet, you shouldn't have.
I didn't want to hear about it anymore.
Do you want a net?
No. I don't want a nap.
Yeah, and that's kind of a bitch. Last time I will make that joke.
It isn't. It's fine.
It's probably not. Winnie,
Yo, I'm
better
proud
have
of you.
So
You have
bad.
2 nets.
I'm only equipping one at the moment because I think it's weird to equip 2.
Just dual wielding nets. Yeah.
Nets akimbo.
Okay.
So do I see where this anchor is?
Yeah, you can see the anchor mechanism. It is not an like automated one like yours is. It actually does have to drop it is just gravity. So yeah, there is an anchor release. It's near the mizzen mast of this ship.
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Drop
You hear
the
it
anchor.
click, 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 as it just lowers into the ocean.
Cool. Nothing going on this ship that I can tell.
I'm gonna ready. Yeah, I'm gonna ready my my glaive and just kind of make a scan and have his back as he lowers it.
Okay. Go ahead and both of you roll perception checks since you're the first ones aboard.
Ooh.
Oh shit. Well, I accidentally rolled twice, but the first one was a 10. I won't cheat. The second one was way better. But
A dirty
actually, you know what? I'll
20.
use one of my advantages to use the second one. And it's a 22.
So you don't see anything on the deck. That is moving, at least. With those rolls, you can see signs of struggle. Pools of blood that have dried in the midday sun.
Something bad
Proximus,
happened here.
you're the one that kind of notices it first because Elios jumped so thoroughly onto the deck, hero pose and everything, and Proximus, you kind of like barely landed past the guardrail. You notice that on that railing, on that wooden railing, seem to be fingernail marks being dragged towards the water.
Mm.
And you can hear movement from the lower decks. Voices, maybe. You can't necessarily make out what they are.
I
There
back
are
up towards
couple.
Elios, and Elios, ready your weapon.
Okay.
But this is what you are going to do with your fist? Okay. All right.
Okay, fine. Quarterstaff.
Than, I thought we agreed no guns in this game.
Sorry.
That's not true. There's guns in this game. Okay. Winnie and Scarlet, you are still aboard the Innocence. Did you want to hop over?
Is there any signal from Elios or Proximus?
Honestly, I think because I also heard the
You both heard, yeah.
yeah.
Both heard and saw.
I would just hold on. Just put a finger up and start walking. I want to go below decks, or I want to go to the door, or whatever it is, and and the answer.
So I'm sorry. Are you going below decks?
Well, is there a door, or is it like closed off?
There's basically like there is the hatch is raised. There are steps which lead down to the lower deck.
Okay, so there's
it's very much
closed
structured
off.
like your ship. So yeah, there's a forecastle which has a door, and that's where you typically stay. There's the helm area which is raised up. Below that is like the captain's quarters. That has a door as well, and then there's the hatch leading downwards.
Okay, and it's open.
It is open. Yes.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'm going to get down and I'm going to poke my head through the hatch and look around.
Okay. It is dark. It is dim light. So Elios, go ahead and make perception or investigation with disadvantage.
Mm, 10.
You can see that what you would identify as the infirmary door to your ship, as you kind of look down through the hatch, is closed and has several like scratch marks on the outside of it. But as you look around anywhere else, you do not see anything.
There's something on this ship. Some
I
kind of
agree.
beast. I'm gonna drop down. I think they might be hiding in this room here. I'm going to
might.
drop down.
We might need backup. I think I should call them over.
Okay. You do that.
Okay. So come, hurry. There is something here. And then I go down below with Than, because you don't leave Elios alone.
You don't?
Finds tieflings.
We've learned anything.
Yes. From episode 1. Do not leave Elios alone.
Annie, you first.
Winnie will go at the first, before they signaled to come over, when they were kind of, Elios was checking under the decks and everything. Winnie will have popped her elixir of undiluted chaos. To prepare.
Oh no.
You're in chaos.
Oh God.
It's
It's a dangerous situation. Let's do something weird.
fine.
Hey guys, let's get weird with this shit.
Look, she's nervous. She might actually have thought it was like one of her other elixirs, but like...
That's fine. Roll a D100. This is, for those watching, this is a brewed thing that I found years and years ago called Havoc's Tonic of Undiluted Chaos. I've had it sitting in my document drive for years, and
What's an
Weird.
83 get me? It was a very good year. For me specifically. Please don't dox me.
remember
we
it,
were blessed
but-
with you.
Yes. Don't fuck me over.
What?
Dice.
Roll
please.
a D100 3 more times. You got roll 3 times using all effects, and we're going to ignore rolls over 70. So if you roll 70, I don't care.
36.
Okay.
35.
Okay.
69. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Do some nice in chat.
Yes,
Let's go ahead and
please.
start. 69. Nice. You can perfectly mimic the sounds of one type of non-sentient creature for 1d4 days.
Tressums, big tressums.
You can perfectly mimic dolphins for 1 day.
Oh, you're rolling it? Okay.
I rolled it. Yeah.
For 1 day.
You can perfectly mimic the speech of dolphins for 1 day. You also, what was it? It was a 35 and a 36. You become bound to an object in your possession and refuse to give it up. The possessiveness fades after 1d8 days.
Okay, I'm gonna use that luck stone. Oh wait, you're rolling on it.
4 days. The luck stone is fine.
Okay. 4 days?
Actually, you know what? 4 days, and it's the net.
Yes.
The one I've equipped or the other one?
The other one. That's your very special net, and you love
It's
it.
your
very
reserve
much.
net. You can't save it for special.
It's my ancestral net. Okay. What's the
And
other?
Scarlet, you would also watch as Winnie going
My
with the
precious.
smile with the cheeks, as your eyes kind of gaze a little bit upwards to her forehead, where Winnie grows 2 sizable antlers.
Oh, Winnie.
Yeah.
Winnie, do you want to describe what your antlers look like that you have for 8 days?
I did this. I did this to myself. Okay, so they're like that tannish, bonish antler color, if you will. And it's like 3 points, but they're delicate. Like they just kind of come back more. They up and then back. It's not like straight up. If you were into that sort of thing, they'd probably look really good on a wall. Please don't like put them on a wall because they're mine.
We're not going to talk about Winnie's rack right now.
Get out.
Quarantine has been a
Moving on.
long time, I guess.
Wow.
Well,
That's canon.
Winnie's gonna jump across.
I was
to
going to
the-
make a joke about her getting horny, but you know.
Both of you get out.
10 points, then. 10 points.
What does the color blue taste like? Winnie is going to jump across to the other side. I assume by the time the antlers have grown, we have been called to assist. Thank you. Thank you for that clip.
Yes.
Scarlet, are you coming?
Oh, yeah. I'm coming. You know, if we needed their help, I'm sure the, horde of dolphins would be here by now. Winnie, did you... No? Can you feel that?
I have a
a little headache, but I think it's just from smiling so much.
You wonder why I don't smile. All right, you know what? Let's go. We need to.
Oh, that's really smart,
Yes.
actually.
All right, so everybody is aboard. Elios has determined there is at least one closed door beneath, and otherwise what is darkness.
I'm gonna knock on that door. Hello?
I'm gonna flank the other side of the door.
Okay. You knock on the door, and you can hear kind of like a scream, kind of like shifting sound within. Almost that you startled something, but there is no response.
There's a human scream or a...
Sorry, not scream, scream.
Oh, okay. So no vocalization.
No,
But the claw marks are on the outside of the door.
they are.
Are there like any torches or anything around that I could light to see, or lanterns, anything?
There is a lantern. Yeah. Below deck
Okay.
often has lanterns. None of them lit.
Yeah, okay. I would love to assume that I have the things I need to light a lantern
Very
in my
easily.
pocket. Thank you. Perfect. I'm going to crank that bad boy up.
Yeah, if nothing else, one of you does have thaumaturgy.
Perfect. That's true. Yeah. So, and looking around, this is just, there's nothing here, just walls and doors and ship stuff.
Now
Bales
that
of
we're
ship
looking
stuff.
around with light,
Yeah.
you can see that there are footprints, smaller footprints, which seem to be moving all around the floor beneath you. They're mostly just like pooled water, but also there's sand and dirt that seem to be where these tracks are left. Like I said, they're smaller than your feet and seem to be webbed and potentially clawed.
Would Proximus know what these are? Like by the tracks?
Go ahead and roll survival. Good question.
I would ask, but I'm not proficient.
13.
Proximus, I'm not sure you have ever encountered these entities specifically. There's a number of web-toed creatures about this size. I mean, even Lokatha are kind of close to this, but the flippers don't seem as lengthy as you have seen of Troshos.
I'm going to try the door. Is it locked?
You turn the handle on it. It is not locked, but it is barred from the inside. As you go to push on it, you can tell there is resistance on the other side.
Is someone in there? We're not here to hurt you.
You hear a voice from the inside. Oh God, they sound like us now. Go away, please.
What happened here?
Wait, who are you?
We're from another ship. We saw your ship floating. We're here not to hurt you. We expected to see a normal ship.
Persuasion. Please.
Or I'm not good at persuasion.
I don't believe you. Go away. I'm armed. I will fire if I have to.
I'm gonna ask that you please don't. Just what are all these claw marks? We won't come in. You can leave the door closed. That's fine.
I don't know what they were. They were small and awful. Smelled terrible.
How many of them were there?
I don't know. I hid. I saw. They took everyone. They
What
took
is your name?
everyone. What was that, Parksmas?
What is your name? We are here
My
to
name is
help.
Geoffrey.
Geoffrey, what was your mission here?
I don't know. I'm just a sailor. I don't know.
I hit. They came. We hit something. We didn't know what it was. We hit something and we stopped to investigate the ship. And when we did, they came aboard and we started taking people and pulling them over the side. And they took everyone. And I ran and I hid. I don't know.
You are safe now. There is no one hurting you. Okay?
We're
Please,
not safe. They're still on board.
Do you know that?
How do you know?
Scarlet.
Yes.
You feel, yeah, it's definitely gonna hit. A piercing behind you as a spear grazes your side and lands solidly into the door right next to Elios. You are going to take. You're going to take 4 points of piercing damage, and you all turn to see 4 about 3 foot tall fish-like individuals. Not like a Lucatha. They are these dark purples and blacks with these very large yellow, almost luminescent eyes on the sides of their face. They have lower lips which extend outwards and are filled with sharp teeth. And they're dressed in these kind of worn leathers which seem to be almost made of seaweed as much as they are detritus. There's metal hooks and spears and all different types of just nasty looking things to them. And then when you look down, they have feet which match the tracks. And I would like for everybody to roll for initiative.
Geoffrey, it will be okay.
Yeah, stay in here, Geoffrey.
That's another nat 20.
I'm gonna use
Initiative.
an advantage.
I'm going to use my advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough.
Not much better. All right.
I'll just
Sweet.
keep what I got.
Oh my god.
13. With the advantage. 'Cause the other one was
15. To clarify, we're all below decks now?
You are all below
and,
decks.
And this is where the attack is coming from. Okay.
It is. Yeah, they are in the same room. It almost looks like they were standing near the stairs to the hold. So they came up from there, which is why you did not see.
Very sneaky.
Okay, so Winnie, what was your roll?
Well, the first one was a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got a 2. So that's... Winnie has a 6.
And
I'm gonna-
I'm sorry. Elios and Proximus, what were your rolls?
13.
And 15.
Okay. So
In my head canon, Winnie's and should have his solos because when she was coming below decks, she didn't know she had antlers and hit him on the. It completely distracted her, and
That's
she's-
canon. I'm here for that.
That's canon.
yes, absolutely.
Yes.
All right. Well, Scarlet, you are first in the order. You turn around as a spear has been hurled at you. The audacity.
I was about to say, Scarlet's pissed.
Yeah.
She's immediately. How many did you say there were?
There are 4.
4? All right.
One of them seems larger than the others.
I'm going to, as a shock to nobody, Eldritch Blast 2 of them, including the larger one.
Okay, go for it.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Well, one is a 26 to hit,
Oh, yeah.
and the other is a 15 to hit.
I believe both will hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Starting off strong. Damage for the first one is 12
Mm-hmm.
and 11.
Okay. Scarlet, what color are your Eldritch Blasts? Are they that classic purple or lovely rose gold?
No, they are a deep teal.
I love that.
Mhm.
So these two blasts burst forth. You hit one of the smaller ones, and it yips as it looks incredibly rough at this point. The other one seems to almost absorb it. It definitely takes damage, but it looks a lot better off than the others, and almost yells at the others. I'm trying to remember what languages y'all got.
Yes, do they speak that dolphin language that when he comes?
Common and aqua.
Yeah, none of them do speak dolphin, weirdly enough. Let's see, I did take a cheat sheet. Okay.
Celestial.
Common, aqua, common, primordial, aqua. Nope, none of you understand this.
Abyssal? You didn't say abyssal.
Didn't say
It's,
celestial.
it's not
either.
abyssal.
I can assume
Is
it
it
is
a
not.
weird water language that sirens know?
Is it that weird glub shit? No, it is not. It is not aqua. No, it is undercommon.
It's a thieves' can't.
Glub glub.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, the weather's nice today. Weather's been real nice, but I hear it's getting bad next week. Can't do next week.
I hope the weather will stay this mild.
You hear about Tom and his wife? No, who's Tom? You know, Tom with the beard. Okay.
Tom with the long beard or Tom with the...
Oh, okay, we can do this all day.
I can do thieves' can't all day. I love it. All right.
Love it. So good. Okay. So yeah, the other one seems to be shouting orders at the other. With that, it is the smaller one's turn.
I've got a
Oh
bonus
yeah,
action.
go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
I am summoning my spectral tentacle.
Ooh. Oh, it's tentacle
There you
time.
now.
Tentacle time.
Thread me with a good time, bro.
Okay. Well, there are 4 of them, so I guess you could tickle 6 more if you wanted to. What would you like to do with your spectral tentacle? Michael got there. Yeah.
Yeah. It took me a minute. Yeah.
I can make one
Welcome.
melee spell attack against one creature within 10 foot. Oddly enough, Cool, it doesn't tell me what that damage is.
Well, it's I think it's a melee spell.
Yeah.
So it's essentially giving you a 10-foot reach of a melee spell.
Yeah, but I don't know what to add to it. To the attack.
Be your spell attack modifier.
Spell attack modifier.
Cool, thanks. I know how to D&D.
You got it.
Warlocks are different, okay?
They are.
That's a 17.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit.
Cool, what do I roll for damage?
Well, what melee spell are you using? I think that's what it's saying. Is that if you have
it
a
just
spell
says you
that is a
can-
melee attack?
This is why y'all should read your stuff before you play a character.
It's okay. Let me see if I can.
You know what? We're just gonna skip that for now. It's just summoned, okay? It's just
Go
summoned.
ahead. We'll roll it as a D8. Just go ahead and roll a D8 worth of damage.
That's a 5
Okay. Which one are you
against the
attacking?
larger one.
The larger one. Cool. Okay. While I figure that out, it is going to be the smaller one's turns. So
that is cold damage. I did find it. It is cold damage.
perfect.
And the speed is reduced by 10 foot.
Also perfect. Okay. Well, you can see that. Let's see. There are 3 of them. The one that you kind of mentioned through the spear, because it's the only one without a spear, has now grabbed a very familiar-looking net, and they're going to throw a net at Scarlet. That was it's a 19. So Scarlet, you are now restrained. On your turn, you can take an action to make a strength check to free yourself or any damage to the net. 5 slashing damage, essentially. Will also destroy the net. Let's see. The other 2 are going to rush up with a spear towards what they perceive to be the biggest threat, which is Proximus, the big blue guy with a glaive. So they're going to make 2 spear attacks towards Proximus. It was a 7 and a 3. So they're basically going after the mithril armor that they're not particularly familiar with, and it just kind of clinks off both of them, and they kind of look to each other. Now, standing like below this massive Triton, and there's just fear in their eyes. And that is it for their turn. So now we are at Elios. So Elios, you have 2 of them within melee, and then 2 more that you could use movement to get to.
The big one is still off, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay, and they're engaged with Proximus, right?
They are.
So I will not get an attack of opportunity if I.
Correct.
Dope. I'm gonna in the blink of an eye be up on that big boy.
Okay.
Because that's how we do. And quarterstaff. His face.
Mm-hmm.
How does a 22 sound?
22 sounds real good. Go ahead and roll that damage, and I should probably change the music.
Amazing. It's going to be 8 damage with that.
Okay.
Bonus action, flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm.
So let me mark a key point before I forget. And that's going to do... Hang on. I got to find it. I got to do it right. This is my first time using this stuff.
Right? This is a bop. This is a good one.
Yeah, it is.
Bonnie Grace. I love you, Bonnie Grace. I don't know who you are, but you make the best music.
Flurry of blows is 2 unarmed strikes. So the first unarmed strike is a oof. I'm going to use an advantage on that.
What was it, real quick?
It was a 9.
Yeah, 9's almost there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I will tell you, I don't mind telling you all what AC is. It's an AC of 11.
Dope. This is a 13 on my first unarmed strike. It works. And that will do 9 damage.
Nice, yeah.
And then second unarmed strike will be a 20, dirty 20.
Okay.
For another 6 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to use Hand of Harm on both of those, actually. Once. I'm sorry. I can only do it once. On that last one, I'm going to spend a key point to do an extra 1d6 plus 3 necrotic.
Okay.
That will... Oh, fuck me. That'll be 4 necrotic damage on top of all the other damage I just did.
Okay. Yeah, you fucked this guy up good.
And that was my turn. You just watch me go up, just pop, 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 pop. He's like, the fuck.
That's exactly what he's like.
But it was more like that in that because he speaks that weird language.
Nobody knows.
Anything else for your turn? Winnie, it is your turn.
My turn.
Yes, dear.
How does...
I said that because you have antlers.
Yes.
Ah.
Ha.
Do you want to charge? Do you want to headbutt? We can give you a charge attack if you want.
Can I?
Bludgeoning damage.
Please.
Could be piercing if they're...
Winnie,
Oh, yeah, if they're sharp.
are they sharp enough to do bludgeoning and piercing?
No, we're
They
not
do
doing
poison damage as well on top of that.
How much yes and can we get from our DM?
I like to do one of each type of damage.
Not that lucky, apparently.
You know what? I will let you do bludgeoning damage if you take that bludgeoning damage as well, because these are new antlers.
It's equal.
Right. You're getting a headache from it. Your skill is
Yeah,
not...
okay. Winnie is
Your skill is
ridiculous.
not-
She's not, like...
It's not like T-Bones get a headbutt attack just because they have horns, you know?
It should, though. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, why
No,
not?
their skull isn't reinforced enough to actually take that shock.
Do you know? Have you done like a tiefling
It's
autopsy?
a homebrew world. You could make your tieflings have a reinforced... I'm sorry. We're getting derailed. I'm sorry.
It's a world of magic. We
satyrs-
can do whatever we want.
Satyrs have the headbutt attack because their skulls
right.
are reinforced.
I accept your ruling.
Minotaurs as well. There are certain...
Minotaur.
Okay, weirdly... Why are you... Oh. Okay, weirdly, she doesn't want to get that close. So she's going to stand back as close to the stairs, or the... Jeremy? I feel like that's close.
Geoffrey?
Jeffrey.
Geoffrey.
It's one of those names.
His name is Geoffrey Rush.
Geoffrey Rush. We have an accord.
I hope that helps you remember.
And mark down every time I'm disappointed. Okay.
It's just an entire notebook full of tally marks.
Just tally marks, yeah.
No, she's gonna stand back and she's going to clutch her net in one hand, and
Not favorite one.
not the no, you got to keep that one
Right.
safe.
Yes.
That one she's like folded up neatly, like a flag, in her bag.
It's in a glass case.
She kissed
already.
it before she put it like in the bag. No, but instead she's gonna kind of make a throwing motion at actually no, at the one closest to her.
Well, there's two that are like right next to you. So you're just gonna
Well,
throw a net on one of them next to Proximus?
no, she's not throwing the net. She's on a technical level casting Ray of
You can
Sickness.
just like drop it onto them essentially.
She could,
Ray
but
of Sickness.
she's not.
Okay.
She's Ray of Sicknessing it.
She's not. Yes.
Yes. So if 18. So if it could have a Constitution saving
go ahead.
throw, that'd be super great.
Yeah, would that be great? Love that. Love that for them. What is their con? Pretty bad. Yeah, that was a 5.
So that's 7. 7 poison damage. Oh,
Winnie, anything else for your turn?
yeah, and then it's poison to its next turn. I read that backwards, which was
Okay, it is poison. Okay.
not my best moment. Yep. That's it for me.
Okay. And yes, they absolutely can be poisoned. Good. Okay. It is the bigger one's turn, and with Elios right there, it is going to. Let's see. What is that? Elios, it is going to cast Sacred Flame at you. So, pull up Sacred Flame here.
Can't hold it anymore.
Okay, so Dex saving throw. Elios should be pretty good at that.
You'd think.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage. Damn, this is not a harmful gas or vapor, I guess.
It is not. It is a holy flame of righteous fury.
It's gonna be 12.
Meter beat. It was a 13.
Meter meat? Okay. Damn.
Yeah. Nope. Well, nope. Well, no.
Same words you just said.
You know, we're not getting into the semantics of word order being different.
Language is important, Dan.
It really is. You're going to take. I really want to double damage just for that, but I'm not. No, you're going to take 5 points of radiant damage as just holy flame just kind of bursts around you. And it is also going to make an attack with its pincer staff at you, Elios.
Oh, yeah?
So that is a 23 to hit, and that's going to do it.
Yeah,
and
it is.
You're going to take 5 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled.
Wonderful.
As this staff comes piercing towards you, but it's one of those that almost has like the dog catcher staffs with like the rope on it. So it kind of goes around your neck, and then the staff actually kind of pierces into your shoulder. And yes, you're grappled. And with that, we're back to top of the order with Scarlet. And you are in a net.
I am. I'm restrained, correct?
You are.
Can I move the tentacle at all?
You can.
You know, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna move the
Is
tentacle.
it an action or a bonus action to do that?
Bonus action.
Okay. So you could use your action to try to escape the net as well.
Yeah, I don't really have a way to do that though.
It's just a strength check.
I know, but I have a very slow strength.
It's a DC 10.
Okay, I'll attempt it, but it's not gonna be a good time. Oh well, I got 12 on the die, so that actually
But
worked out.
like a crimson-haired Hulk, you were able to tear through this like weathered net and just break free and
Dry rotted.
You can make a tentacle attack. If you like.
I'm going for the larger one.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's a 12.
That'll hit. AC 11.
Cool. And that's 3 cold damage.
Okay.
And speed reduced by 10.
Okay. All right. With that, it is the smaller one's turns. There are 3 of them left. One of them, I don't think has any weapons anymore because they threw them all. He does have a bite attack, and he is going to bum rush Scarlet just with his big old chompers coming running at you. Let's see. I'm not doing that again. Please don't ask me to.
I can do that again.
That's only an 11. Yeah. AC 14. Okay. So you basically just sidestep as this thing just goes running at you. The other 2 are going to take their attacks at Proximus. Well, one of them was sickened, not a netted. Okay. One of them got a 19 to hit. The other one got a 9. So the 19 is going to hit, and that is going to be... Okay, so very much like... no, I'm sorry, never mind. You're going to take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
The other one didn't learn its lesson. It got sickened by Winnie. The other one did learn its lesson, and it kind of goes for the shoulder where the armor is a little bit weaker. It's a bit of a reach, but it gets there. And that is it for their turn. With that, we're at Elios again.
So
Elios, the one that you're facing is looking a lot rougher than it did when you first saw it.
Dope. Am I still grappled?
You are grappled, yes.
Cool. If I try to attack him while grappled, I am at disadvantage, correct?
You are.
Damn.
Like I said, its AC isn't that high. It's only 11.
Yeah.
So you can take a chance on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take my quarterstaff and just try to just jab it into his gut.
Okay.
17. Oh, disadvantage. Shit. Sorry, hang on. 17.
Yeah. You got it.
Bludgeoning damage of 5.
Okay.
Guess what?
Flurry of blows.
Flurry blows. Da, 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 da. That's gonna be the first one's gonna be 16.
Mm-hmm.
Second one's gonna be a 13.
Mm-hmm.
They both hit, so that's 7 damage plus 5 damage plus my hand of harm. 1d6 plus 3 will be.
Michael, did I skip you in the first round? I'm really sorry. We'll give you 2 actions of this one.
Okay.
I apologize.
5 more on top of all of that.
Okay. All right. And yeah. Anything else for your
So
turn?
that's no, that's my action, bonus action.
Cool. Yeah, this thing is barely standing at this point. Yes. Michael, again, I'm very sorry. Proximus, 2 actions, so essentially 4 actions. Fuck some shit up.
It's all good. All right. So I'm going to hit one of the small ones with my glaive.
Come.
And that is an 18
That'll do
to
it.
hit. And that is 14 with the glaive.
Okay. Yeah.
I got a 10 on a D10, guys. Yeah. Never happens.
So I have a certain home rule, which I call follow through. Essentially, if you do melee or even ranged attack, enough damage to end one creature and another one is within distance to also basically follow through with that attack and hit the other one, that excess damage follows through.
Nice.
So you have ended one of them.
Ooh.
So how would you like to end the first one?
So I want to catch him like right in his clavicle and just try to go down as far as I can into the gut and then pull it out, like kind of swinging towards the other one.
And as you do, the other one gets caught with the glaive as well, and the other one is going to take 4 damage. So you have there's one attack. Go ahead and keep going.
So I might as well hit the other one, right? So
it's right there. It's asking for it.
15 plus says 22.
Oh yeah.
That's 8 damage.
Okay. It is still standing, but very rough.
So he is going to do. He's going to say Helium Vom and cast Sacred Flame on the little guy as he.
Okay. So it needs a dex saving.
Dex saving throw of 15.
It's not going to do it.
All right. He takes 2d8 of damage. That is 12.
You have ended the other one.
So he just reaches out. What's that?
I was going to ask, what does Proximus's Sacred Flame look like for someone who had probably not seen fire for most of his life?
It's like a blue spectral flame. So it kind of just emanates like different shades of blue as it burns.
I dig that. All right. Anything else for your turn? Why did you get another turn? You have 2 turns. So
I feel like so how far am I away from this from Elios and this big guy?
Yeah, they're 15 feet away.
Okay. So with his bonus action, he's going to cast Hunter's Bark.
Okay.
And he's going to say Jagad Mark. And then he's going to rush and glaive attack him.
Okay.
It's a 14 to hit.
That'll do it.
Oh. All right. I shall take it. So that's 8 damage plus, what is Hunter's Mark? 1d6. 12 damage.
Proximus, you have ended the one in front of Elios. There's one left in front of Scarlet.
I think that's my turn.
Well, it's you have an extra attack, right?
Yeah, I have 2 attacks.
Yeah,
but
so you have 2 turns. So essentially, you have
Do
4
it.
actions.
Take him out.
All right.
There was glaive,
Prove that you're the
glaive,
champion.
Sacred Flame, glaive. There's one left.
You goaded me into another one, and I'll take it. 8 plus 7 is 15.
Yeah,
15 hits. And 8 damage. So he's gonna rush and hit him with his glaive. And he hits, and he's gonna when he does that, he wants to say, should I? No. No, I'm just going to leave it. No, it's good. We're good. We're good.
Like I was muted the entire time for that. That's great. You have ended combat. You have cleaned the floor. I felt bad about skipping your turn. I feel less bad now.
That's
Yeah.
That's why you don't have like 4 actions for.
That's why you always have a paladin. Bottom line.
So yeah, there are now 4 dead kua-toa around you. And you all hear a kind of thunk come from behind you, and the door slowly creaks open as a human face just kind of peeks out and goes, "So you said you're here to help?" And with that, we are going to end our session.
Before we end, there's this devilish smile on Scarlett's face when he says, "You're here to help." Not the kind that Wendy was trying to teach you.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're here to help you with the blue chest. Take it off your hands.
Eep.
So everyone, thank you again for joining us for our second session of Horizons Call. Thanks for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you sticking around for the show and participating in chat and all that. I'm going to have these very lovely people tell you about themselves, where you can find them and their projects and everything like that. So we might as well start. Let's start with Than.
Hi, I'm Than. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Thanrand. On Twitter a lot, and then my own Twitch channel where I stream video games such as Valheim and Dragon Age Origins. I don't really have a schedule, but you can also find me playing D&D with these beautiful people every Saturday for the next several weeks right here. And then on Monday nights, just a few sessions left of Fate's Chosen, a very long-running 5e campaign. We're about to, take on the big bad evil and save the day, and everything's going to work out great. And that's Monday nights at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Open for adventure.
Thank you, Than. Mikyl.
Hey everyone. Thanks for watching us do this. This is great. You can find me everywhere at Mikyl Sandoval, Instagram and Twitter. This is all I do, so I will pass it along. Thanks, guys.
As I'm going to do every time, I want to extend a very special thank you to Mikyl for doing our character art. He's a very, very talented artist. And of course, doing the art at the beginning of the session as well for the recap. He's incredibly talented, and I am going to ask you, the viewer, as I will always do, to help us peer pressure him into doing commissions. Kaila, tell us about your lovely self.
Oh, I'm muted. I was muted. I thought I hit unmute, did not. Hi, I'm Kaila. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at KMC_. Twitch doesn't have the underscore. I forget. I play tabletop RPGs and whatnot and stuff. I also paint things on my own Twitch channel. On Tuesdays, you can find me over on Craftic Studios playing a half-elf paladin, Diana, in our Saving Face campaign. It is D&D 5e. You can also find me starting next Saturday over on Open for Adventure playing in Part-Time Gods. I'm excited. I'm not going to say what I'm playing yet. I'm going to keep that a secret for next Saturday. And then you can find me here with these lovely people Saturday night. And then every other Saturday at midnight Eastern, 9 o'clock Pacific, I'm on Smitey Saturdays with the lovely Lady Dame and other guests.
Thank you, Kaila. Eva, without you, none of us would be here. You're the most amazing person. Please tell us about your lovely self.
I can do that. I am Eva. This is my channel. As you may have noticed, I'm honored to be joined by such amazing people. Now, every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific for Horizons Call. Every other Saturday, 8 a.m. Pacific for City of Shadows. And erratically for one-shots, which many other people on the screen are often joining me for. Also, hopefully, maybe including Mikyl if I can convince him to do more. What else? You can also find me most Sundays on Open for Adventure during I don't even know what time. 1 p.m. Pacific for Death's Keepers. Thank you. Time math. And what else? We haven't been doing favorite parts, have we? I feel like. Okay, that's fine. I will skip a favorite part then.
You could say one if you wanted to.
No, it's fine.
I know it was the Flittons.
It was the Flittons.
Yep.
Yes, I believe that's me. More one shots to come in April and May, June and July.
June.
The whole calendar.
Mm-hmm. I might be doing some of this. We'll see. And hi, everybody. I'm Derek Sword. I've been your DM for this session and this campaign. I will always say this. I could not sit at the table with better folks. I love these players very, very much. They're incredible. They tell an amazing story. If you want to find me and my projects anywhere, the best place is Twitter. It's dsword16. My projects include some of the following. In addition to this amazing game, which I look forward to every week and love very much, I am also on Graham Cracker's channel on Friday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern for the Goldshine Investigation Agency, where I play a swampy bugbear druid named Griaz. I am also going to be starting on the 30th on Graham Cracker's channel every other Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, for Shards of Inarian, where I'm going to be playing a Knoll Ranger. You tell like monsters? Speaking of liking monsters, I'm also the co-host of the podcast Monster Crush. If you enjoy smooching monsters and think that Mothman needs to go on a date and Bigfoot would be great on a picnic and the Mongolian deathworm deserves a good snuggle, listen wherever podcasts are found. Every episode, my co-host Heavenly and I talk about different monsters and cryptids and miscellaneous combinations, whether they'd be good as a romantic partner. I'm also going to be on Lady Dame's channel next Saturday in the morning, afternoon, not evening or good night, for a Farscape charity one-shot. So if you enjoyed that wonderful mid-2000s piece of sci-fi pop culture that was Farscape, check that out on Lady Dame's channel. And that is it for me. I believe that's it for everyone else. Again, thank you for joining us. Thanks for being here. Fair winds and following sails, brave mariners. We'll see you next week.